Hello everyone and welcome to another reading. Because in the previous readings we kept getting the message of finding your true purpose, discovering your true purpose, so I wanted to do this reading about how you can discover your true purpose. So what you're going to do is choose one of these three cups or drinks. We have Coca-Cola, we have Sprite and Fanta. You can choose one of these three, whichever one caught your eye first. And whichever one you chose, remember the timestamps will be down in the description box below. Also, if you guys can please subscribe to my channel, because 88% of you tend to watch but not subscribe, and it will really help out the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and check out my Ko-fi page in order to support me there. So I'll see you in your reading. So group 1, let's see. How can you find your purpose in life? So you got to be thankful. So you need to practice more gratitude and be in the present moment. Be thankful for what you do have. Be thankful for the achievements you've made in your life, even if they're like small. Just be thankful. Practice gratitude, appreciation. Be harmonious in yourself, because when you're thankful and you practice gratitude, then more good things come your way. Farewell to the moon. Appreciate and enjoy the lunar light and cycles. So this could also mean one way of how you can find your purpose is by connecting to your intuition. Okay, because there are things in your life that will have to remain a hobby, and there are things in your life that are your purpose. And sometimes it's not career oriented, sometimes it's just purpose in your life, things that you may have to do in your free time. Because someone's purpose will be different, right? Someone's purpose will be what they do for their career, and for others it will be maybe something they will have to do by volunteering, or just doing something in their free time, like maybe cleaning up the planet, or volunteering at a shelter or something, right? Because through those things you're changing the world, you're changing other people's lives, and in turn that creates a chain reaction where one thing leads to another and our society gets better, right? So you never know how your purpose can affect the entire world. Dawn Watcher, caretaker, guardian, support. Okay, so how can you change? How can you find your purpose? So this could mean that in order to find your purpose, it's possible that you have to, maybe your purpose is to be a caretaker. Maybe someone in the medical field, or maybe your purpose as a caretaker could be looking after like older people, or hospice care, or maybe offering your time and care to someone that can't do much for themselves, right? So I don't know if there's some type of programs or something where people can join, where you maybe look after someone in your town that's older. You take some time during the day or evening where you can make some food for them, or look after them, tend to their needs, maybe even clean up their home because they can't do it themselves anymore, or maybe help fix and maintain their lawns, things like that. Maybe through some type of, caretaking, and this doesn't have to be just old people, it could be young kids, um, or babysitting, or helping someone with whatever needs that they can't do on their own, right? So maybe through that caretaking you will find your purpose, because right now maybe you aren't aware of the skills you have deep inside that that maybe you are a natural guardian or a natural nurturer or caregiver, right? So you don't know until you try it out. So try to see. And also, people find their true purpose when they are helping someone else, right? Because finding your purpose isn't about you and helping only you. It's about offering something to someone else or the world in order to see that, that what you have is valued, appreciated, and that it's needed. So by doing these things, by, offering support to other people, whether it's artists, whether it's offering support as in some type of like a local charity, not like huge organizations, because most of the money doesn't go to where it needs to go, but just like a local um, charities, or just putting your time into something that helps people, animals, the planet, whatever it is, you could find your purpose there. Okay. Hierarchy. So you may find your purpose by speaking to people that are sort of on top of their fields, right? Because maybe you have some idea of what it is you want, but you have doubts and fears, and there's a lot of unknowns. But this is telling you to talk to someone that is good in their field. It doesn't have to be like a pro professional, but just someone that knows their stuff. Because maybe you need to know the back end of something, or maybe there are a few different fields that you are interested in. So what you have to do is talk to someone that knows their stuff, that have their purpose set, that know what they're doing, that you maybe even look up to. Try to ask them questions and see how you can get into that field, or the steps you need to take, or right, because there are steps that you have to take in order to find your purpose. This isn't just do this one thing and you'll know for sure. So this could also mean not just asking someone, but just knowing that there are steps you need to take. So you have to do the work in order to find out what your purpose is. Sadness. So 5 is some sort of change. So you need to change something, possibly within you or within your life, that may be preventing you from fulfilling your purpose. So this could be having to let go of the past, or healing some sort of sadness, trauma, depression, or healing even negative thoughts, negative self-talk, because something here is preventing you from finding your true purpose. Okay, so this sadness, this pitying or doubts, or just even comparing yourself to others and how others have made it, and you're still on this step 1 and just stuck somewhere. You have to heal that, because that is preventing you from moving forward. And you got the map. So clarity and pathway. So this map talks about having a sort of path towards your goal, right? So if you know what your purpose is, if there's something in your life that you truly love, that you're truly passionate in, that is so natural to you, create a sort of pathway, right? Steps towards how you can get to that goal. Because even if you may be doing it now, maybe it's just a stepping stone towards something greater, right? So maybe you love to cook, right? Or bake, and everyone says how amazing your baked goods are, how delicious they are, or whatever. Your goal could be opening up a bakery, right? Not just working for a bakery, but opening one up for yourself. And it doesn't have to be some huge bakery. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be maybe the steps to it is first opening like a little stand, right? Getting a permit, opening a small business, and making like a stand at maybe a mall, right? Getting permission, and of course you have to for sure pay some sort of fee to be there, like renting a space or something, and see how it goes. And if you see that people are loving, because food is something everyone loves, right? With other things like art or jewelry or um, some invention you made, it could go 50-50, right? It could just end disastrously, like disastrous, and not even pick up, or it could go, little by little, or people just may love it, right? You never know. It can go either way. But with food, everyone needs food, right? Everyone has, or majority of people have a sweet tooth, but everyone has to eat. So you can't go wrong with that. So start small, right? Have like a little stand of fresh baked goods. Go to fairs and offer your baked goods, right? So you start small, and then when things really start to pick up and you see that there really is people that really want your, your food and stuff, then open up a small bakery, right? Or not even a bakery, but just maybe, like a little pastry shop or something, and see where that takes you. And maybe that is the end goal, or maybe there's more to it that you aren't aware of, right? Opportunities come your way when you least expect it, but you need to do the work. You need to start somewhere, and don't be afraid. You have to keep going. So for you guys, the way you can find your purpose is by making a sort of change in your own life. Some of you will have to think back on what it is that came naturally to you when you were younger. Because it feels like when you were younger, when you were carefree, where you didn't have any pressures put on you by the world, right? Where you didn't have responsibilities or anything, there was something that came so naturally to you because you didn't have to think about money or how to make money, right? So there was something that just came naturally to you and you loved it, enjoyed it. Okay, so for some of you, there could be potential there. And the thing that you may have done, even for those, some of you, may not even be that thing, but evolved into something else. So for example, let's say you were really great at drawing when you were little, right? And you love drawing, you evolved in it, you maybe were even better than kids your age, right? So there is some skill in that. But that wouldn't have to mean that now you're just going to draw. Maybe there has to be a purpose behind why you draw, right? So it could be that you draw storyboards, right, for movies, for animated movies. Maybe your purpose is to draw oracle or tarot decks, right? Maybe maybe mixing your spirituality with your craft, right? Mixing it together and creating something that other people can use, right? Or your drawing, you may evolve into drawing concept art for companies, right? Or even drawing artworks for game art or game boxes, right? So I don't know if they still, I'm pretty sure they still sell games in like physical form and not just like online. So maybe because you're great at drawing, maybe like like people that create books for children or something may want to hire you because of your certain skill, right? Or even someone that's working on a tarot deck or an oracle deck may hire you for your art skill, right? So it doesn't just have to be you drawing and that's it and people having to follow you, but there could be a purpose behind it. It has to evolve into something, okay? So there could be that. Um, Also, for some of you, it could be dabbling into something you haven't like done before. So try to see where else some of your curiosities may be in, right? If you are an artsy sort of person, go to some craft store and see what other sort of crafts there are. So you can maybe start dabbling in some of those and see where it takes you, okay? Or try to go online and get a list of every type of craft there is and try it out yourself. And maybe there will be some that you enjoy more than others. And then those that you enjoy from that list, do them a little more, right? And then from that list, maybe you'll have some that you'll enjoy even more, right? So it'll keep going until you find maybe a few different ones or just that one thing that you find that will be the thing that you actually are good at and have a purpose in, okay? And maybe even if it's not career oriented, maybe volunteer at animal shelters or adoption centers or orphanages or hospitals. Just volunteer at different places or participate in like when town or city events are to be held, participate in maybe being part of the team that, organizes stuff or gets artsy and designs stuff, right? So try to dabble in different things that you haven't tried before and see where it takes you. Because with the Empress card here, it feels like something is being birthed, right? Something creative, something is going to manifest out of this with the tips that I give you, with what we found out here, right? But remember to always be thankful, practice gratitude, so that you are set on a path. Because you don't want to be chaotic deep within and then have your mind go to all these different places and things, and then you lose focus and have no idea what you're meant to do, okay? So just with a warning here with the Five of Swords, just be careful. Always make sure that whatever you're dabbling in, that you understand it, that you don't want to cause more chaos for you, right? You don't want to have yet another thing that you enjoy doing and you don't know what to choose, okay? So you want to find out the back end of anything you do. You want to ask more questions. You want to find out more information about things, okay? So just take it one step at a time, right? You have to take it one step at a time and do what you can in order to move forward and get to that hierarchy, to get to that space where you know what it is you want, you're focused, and you have a path to how to get there. Okay? So that's all I have for you, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to check out my Ko-fi page in the description box below. You can support me there. And I will see you guys next time. Hello, my sprites. So let us see. How can you find your purpose? So you got clear your mind. Be present, focus, and embrace. So I guess a lot of you are very cluttered and chaotic deep within. One great way to clear your mind is to start cleaning your environment. So purge whatever it is that you don't need around you, that is not your style anymore, that holds no value for you. No matter, even if things are out of sight, right? So go through your attic, your basement, your closet, your drawers, like every single room. Take it one day at a time, every single room, and clean. Okay, purge. Have a garage sale and sell what you can sell, and only buy things that resonate with you, that is your style, that is your passion. I see people like buying oracle and tarot decks that they don't even connect to, and then they rehome it, and it's like, what was the purpose of buying it, right? So always, when you're seeing something that you think you'll like, sleep on it. Don't just act first, okay? Even if it's clothing, even if it's shoes, whatever it is, sleep on it, take some time, right? Look at it again, can you live without it? Okay? If it's something that really that you really connect with, that you really want, and you feel like, oh my gosh, this is me, right? Okay, buy it. But just be very present, and don't just buy things for the sake of buying it, for the sake of having something new, because then you're just creating more clutter in your home, and eventually you're going to get bored of it. The only reason you may like that thing and want to buy it in the first place is because you just want something new, right? So make sure that anything that you put into your home resonates with who you are, with what your goals are, with what your purpose is, and the energy you want to be surrounded by, because everything carries energy. It doesn't have to be a living thing. It could be an object, whatever it is. Everything carries energy. Okay? So you want to clear your environment in order to clear your mind, and it's going to be a lot more easier to focus and to be productive in your daily life if you have an environment that suits your needs, that you feel like it's your safe haven. More creativity is going to come your way then. Okay, so just do what you can to clear your mind in order to find your true purpose. You have freedom, independence, and self-determination. This could also mean to stop listening to other people's advice. Maybe people are guiding you in a totally different direction than what you want for yourself. So this is the card that is telling you to free yourself from other people's opinions, from other people's expectations, and ask yourself what it is you want. Okay? What it is you want. If money was no issue, if you could do anything in your life that you wake up happy to do, that you can't wait to do, what would that thing be? It doesn't have to be something related to career. It can be something you do in your free time. But what is it that you would love to do? Okay, so gain your independence and your freedom and truly reflect. Okay, ask yourself some deep questions. Homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. So with this card, it could mean that maybe you need to go back to the basics. You need to return to where you began in order to know what your true purpose is. Because maybe there's an answer for you back at home. Maybe it's an answer that connects with your childhood. Like I told the first group, try to think back of what it is you did as a child that came naturally, because you didn't have responsibilities back then. You didn't have the weight of trying to figure out how to make money in order to feed yourself, to feed your family, right? You didn't have those responsibilities. So think back then when you were totally carefree, when you were full of imagination and wonder, what came naturally to you? What did you do that others were, you know, surprised by, that others enjoyed seeing you do or thought you had great skills at? What was that thing? So for some of you, it could be having to go back to the roots and think back of what came naturally to you, because that's where your purpose may lie. Strega. So some of you may find your purpose in a path that isn't um, a path that goes against the grain, let's say, right? Because this is a witch card. So it doesn't mean you have to be a witch. And most of the people claiming to be witches are posers and fakes anyways. But this is something ancient. So it feels like your purpose, how you can find your purpose, is by dabbling into something ancient, something natural. Okay, it doesn't have to be something old, right? But it could be that for some of you, the way you can find your purpose is by studying history, or by connecting with your ancestors. There could be an answer in your own faith, or the ancient path you walk on. Maybe just guidance, right? Maybe becoming a teacher and guiding others into what it truly is, and not indoctrinating them into what the system wants the world to think and believe. Okay, it doesn't have to be a professional teacher. It just could mean maybe if you know that you have some good guidance and that you've helped people through guiding them and offering them advice, maybe creating a YouTube channel for it, or a podcast, or writing a book about it, right? So there could be different ways of how you find your true purpose, but it's something that, with this witch card, it's something that is natural, something that isn't forced, that isn't put into your mind by the media or by the education system. This is something that should be so natural to you, where you don't have to claim you are something, because everyone will know it just by you being you. Okay, so always be authentic. Okay, alchemy. So some of you, the way you can find your true purpose could be through a science, through creation, through imagination. It's the act of creation, something about maybe by creating something, right? By maybe doing some sort of art, whether it's photography, something with clay, or flower arranging, whatever it is, any type of artistic thing. Through that medium, you may find your true purpose. Maybe even it's, with these two cards, maybe it's teaching others a skill you have. Maybe you're so good at something that you could have a huge potential of teaching someone, through YouTube, or courses or classes, or after school programs, or whatever it is. Maybe your purpose is teaching someone the skill that you have and are good at. Even if you aren't like a full-on professional, you still have skills that someone else may not know nothing about, right? So you have the compass, direction and guidance. So it could be that you may need certain guidance sometimes, because even here with the clear your mind, you see, a family sort of just being together and, working on stuff, being a community, right? So you may need some guidance at times to help you find out along the way, through working on your purpose, just knowing the direction of where to go, right? Sometimes you may need advice from other people. And you also have shade and pause. So it's telling you that don't stress too much about it, right? Eventually the universe will align you. With this reading, we're just trying to figure out the best and maybe fastest way just to connect you to your purpose, so that you don't have to waste so much time in life working on a huge amount of different things, but just to skip all that and just focus on that one thing that you should be focusing on, right? But don't overwhelm yourself with it. Don't put pressure on yourself. Okay, things will work out in the end. You just have to clear your mind, clear the mess. Okay? Okay, so group 2. So the way I feel with this Five of Swords card, the way to find your purpose is to reflect and see what in your life isn't working. Because with this Five of Swords card, you see a group of mer children, right, playing with swords, something that isn't part of their culture or, underwater life, right? They found these swords, so they found something that doesn't belong to them, and one of them got hurt, right? So it's possible that you guys are dabbling in or working at a job, possibly, that is doing nothing for you but draining you, and the only reason why you are still connected with that job is because for the money, right? Maybe it's good money, but the thing is, you're sacrificing so much more. You're sacrificing your happiness, your soul's happiness, the health of your body, your state of mind. You're sacrificing so much that is worth more than the money you're getting. Okay, so you need to reflect. You need to reflect and truly ask yourself, is it worth for you to be angry, aggressive, drained, empty at the end of the day just for money, right? Because the exchange isn't equal. You're giving more than what you're getting. And even if you were getting more, it still isn't worth the sacrifice, because you're losing yourself in the end. You're losing your happiness. You're losing your purpose, right? So you have to really ask yourself, is it worth it? Okay, because changes need to happen. With the Freedom card, it seems like it's telling you you have to free yourself from the burdens. Now this card came out reversed. I put it upright, but then I felt like it should be reversed, because the path to your how you can find your true purpose is by lightening your load. Okay, that is with the clear your mind card here. You need to lighten your load in order to see things more clearly. Okay? And because these two came out together, it feels like for some of you, you need to lighten this load. There is maybe a partnership that isn't working for you, that you need to let go of. For others, it could be that because this was reversed, right, maybe she doesn't have a load or weight on herself, right? And maybe she needs some sort of partnership in order to know what the purpose of her is, right? So it could be that you need to seek guidance because maybe you lost something, maybe you feel lost on your path and you need to seek a guidance, or maybe your purpose is to um, to partner up with someone in order to create a business together. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed because you're doing everything by yourself and you need someone to help you out, right? Or like if this is with the Two of Cups, if this is, let's say, a relationship thing, it could be that you're maybe a single parent, right? And there's so many responsibilities and you need someone in your life to balance that out, right? To help you along, to be not just someone you live with, but a true partner, right? For things to be 50-50, for them to pick up the slack when you can't, or for you to help them out when they can't do something, right? So there's some sort of partnership, and with the Tower and the Ace of Cups, it sort of feels like there needs to be a Tower moment in order for you to know what your purpose is. So there needs to be a struggle, a total purge, things to totally fall apart before you truly understand what your true purpose is. If you haven't gotten there yet, don't resist the change, don't resist, because the Tower isn't something that is easy to go through. It's such a struggle that you may be at your wit's end, that you may not know where you're even going to go from there, right? It's a total collapse of a structure. Okay, so don't resist or fear it. Okay, welcome it, because through that huge shift in your life, you will find your purpose. And it may start small, you may not even know that it's your purpose, right? But eventually it will get there, right? Just like a river does eventually get you to where you need to be, right? Maybe your home is by a river, and you know that by following this river you'll eventually get home, right? So eventually you'll get there. Okay, so just don't overwhelm yourself, don't put pressure on yourself. Eventually you'll be where you need to be. Okay, so just trust the process, work on it, and you'll get there eventually. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Group 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Remember to check out my Ko-fi page. The link will be down in the description box below. It's where you can support me and find a lot more interesting things, like my shop, where you can buy art prints and all these other things. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hello, my Fantas. So let's find out how you can find your purpose. So you got begin writing now. Create, express, inspire. So this could be that you need to start maybe writing out a list of everything that you love doing, everything that you're good at, and every skill you have that maybe you want to pursue, right? And then through that list, see what is something that you would love doing every day, that you wouldn't get bored of, that you wouldn't get frustrated with. Of course, challenges occur in every sort of field, right? But just that equal amount of, I don't mind sacrificing some things for this greater good, right? So you can find that out that way. Begin writing now could also mean for some of you, to start writing that book you always want to write, or continue writing it, right? Or begin writing, maybe journaling, because through journaling, your significant things about your life, what happened in the day, something, or maybe even having a dream journal. Through these things, you can eventually find your purpose because you'll start writing things down, and when you reread them, you'll see what it is that you should be doing, okay? You got the sacrifice. There are those worth making, there are those that will destroy you. So with the sacrifice card here, it's telling you that the way to find your purpose will basically, you'll have to sacrifice some things in your life. Okay, because some things that you may be doing may not be your purpose. Maybe that thing should only remain as a hobby, or maybe that thing isn't for you at all. Maybe you picked up that thing because it's a trend, whatever it is. But there are sacrifices that will be made in order to find your purpose. You got the secret of Camelot, the authority of spirit. Okay, so this is telling you that in order to find how you can find your true purpose is by being the authority of your own life. Okay, stop listening to what other people are trying to make you to be. Their expectations, or even in the media or in your education system, whatever this is, it's like you need to be the authority of your own life. You need to know yourself. And maybe the begin writing now is it's basically telling you to start writing and reflecting on yourself, because maybe you don't know yourself enough, and that's why you're lost and purposeless. So you got pilgrimage. So it's possible that you need to go on some sort of retreat or a reflection. You need time to reflect, and not just like a little moment. But if you got this pilgrimage card, that means that you need to step away and go somewhere, spend some time alone for maybe even a few days, to sort of reflect, to be out in nature, and to really know and get to know yourself and what it is you truly want to do with your own life. Because currently it seems like you're really lost. Hole in the soul. Yeah, something's missing. Maybe there's a healing that you have to do within yourself, because it's preventing you from seeing things clearly, and it's preventing you from knowing what it is you should be doing, because you're always focused on maybe things you lack, or how broken you are, or how someone made you feel, or maybe something you're missing, right? It's like you're focusing constantly on that, which is preventing you from actually participating or partaking in what your true purpose is. You got campfire, unwind and plan. Yeah, so this goes with the begin writing now. This goes with the pilgrimage card. You need to unwind and truly, because around the campfire, right, it's not like that you're just doing nothing. You look into that fire and it's like almost trance. It's like almost you're meditating, right, when you're staring. When you're around a campfire, you're more relaxed. There's no, heavy weight or anything. It's really calming and fun, and just, unwinding and things like that. It's basically telling you that you need to step away, you need to be with yourself, and truly unwind, right? Because even when you're not doing anything at home, you're still tense, right? But you have to go somewhere that is neutral ground, and that will help you get out of your head and really unwind, relax, and calm those nerves, right? You want to remove the tensity from you. Okay, so for you guys, the way to find your purpose is to be that authority in your own mind. Okay, stop listening to what others say you must be, what others expect you to be. You have to know yourself, okay? The Queen of Swords is something that knows who she is, that stands still in the midst of a storm. So you have to be that authoritative figure in your own mind. And in order to be fully in control of who you are, you need to make that pilgrimage. You need to unwind, remove the intensity, remove the burdens, the overwhelming stress, all that thing. You need to remove that in order to gain clarity. You need to heal whatever it is you need to heal. You need to write and speak to yourself through writing in order to fully know who you are and what it is you want. Okay? Yeah, it's like with the Ten of Swords as well. You need to remove this tense pressure, this weight on your back. Okay? So you need to remove that. You need to be more grounded with the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is linked with the element of earth. So you need to be more grounded and rooted to the earth, okay? Not up in the clouds, not constantly in your mind, but rooted with yourself. And with the Star card, there needs to be healing that takes place, right? That's the same thing with this Hole in the Soul card. There's healing that needs to take place, and through that healing, through being grounded, and all this, you will begin to discover who you are and what your true purpose is. Okay, so this is a beautiful roadmap to how you find your true purpose. Okay, so group 3, I really wish you luck. That's all I have for you today. Remember to check out my Ko-fi page if you want to support me, and I'll see you guys next time.